Glazers have gone ahead to join INEOS to do the review for the club of Manchester United, and this is a clear indicator that, I tell you, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's might be a puppet to the Glazers, because if they were 100% handled to make football decisions, what is the reason for them to join the review of the season of Manchester United? Because they've been here watching everything, and why do they have to come in through to see to it that all goes in their favor to obviously review with the INEOS? Because for the past years, they've proven to us that they're really naive and very much retarded when it comes to the side of reviewing the football matters. That is what we have for you here onto the United Matters channel. And Melissa Reid has gone ahead and obviously talked about the plan of Erik, the plan of Manchester United, as they don't want to obviously be exposed in there for you, and how Erik Ten Hag's side is annoyed. And then Rudy Gullit, who is a Dutch legend, has come out and spoken about the Erik Ten Hag situation at the club of Manchester United. Welcome to this channel, and here we come in peace to obviously bring you the latest news and information as far as all this is really concerned. Let's see close to 300 likes much on this video. Don't forget to subscribe so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD, and here we come obviously to really drop in this huge one. And it's coming in through from Simon Stone. Joe Glazer and Sir Jim Ratcliffe lead the club's end of season review, which will determine whether Erik Ten Hag stays in his job. Jason Willox and Sir Dave Bresfold will contribute. Now, when Simon Stone speaks, you obviously get to know that he's speaking from a well-informed point of view from the club of Manchester United. Remember, he has been reporting for the Man United side for the last 3 decades for the BBC, and he's really talking about Joe Glazer and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And you ask yourself, Joe Glazer, what do you know about football? What do you know about football? Ever since your father died, Glazer Senior, and you guys took over Manchester United, there is no big all positive sporting decision you've ever gone ahead to make at the club of Manchester United. And I worry when a person who has on a regular failed to make a decision comes in through to join Sir Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS to sit it and obviously come up with a proper decision. But if you are an Erik Ten Hag inner, you might really love this. Do you know why you might love this? Because Manchester United, if the Glazers come in through and negotiate, we know where they want. Glazers look at what they call the financial impact when it comes to making any decision. Sacking Erik Ten Hag would cost them close to £15 million of compensation, you understand, because he has going to take United back to Europe. And I don't think that they'll be willing to obviously try to spend that amount of money yet. They have a lot to spend onto that. So the Glazers might be like, seated in the meeting, let's keep the Ten Hag, let's keep him. And I think if you are to see anyone defending Erik Ten Hag in that meeting, it might be the Glazers, because they believe that he made the selection of a very good manager, right? And that shows you how cheap INEOS is when it comes to really making what we call decisions of players. You understand? That's how cheap powered they are. They don't have power in this. They don't. If they really had power in this, I tell you, they would have already gone ahead to obviously make these decisions without the side of Glazers coming in through. Because Glazers are still the majority shareholders for the club of Manchester United, meaning that any decision INEOS is supposed to take, United Glazers have to obviously approve it. They might be here working like they might be on probation, you understand? And you might find it out that INEOS might come out through and really tell them that, all right, we've gotten a person to buy you out and we want you to get out. You get? So it's really confused. The Glazers are really in control, and it's really very, very nasty that why would they come in through to be responsible for the future decision of who is going to be the manager of Manchester United? Yet when INEOS was coming in through, we are told they're going to be making all football decisions and football operations. This shows you that the guy is still part of it. But wait and see how the review is really gonna take place and what results are really going to be. But I think if you are a person who wants Erik ten Hag in, you should obviously feel happy about this, that the Glazers are going to hate to come in through, because no manager is ever going to hate to do what Ten Hag is going to hate to do in 2 years for the club of Manchester United. And we are just waiting to see what decision is really going to be made. Melissa Reddy for Sky Sports comes in through. Manchester United do not want to publicly mess up their succession plan like Bayern Munich did, for example. Now, I think the plan is already messed out, because it was very naive for them not to be patient for just a day for the FA Cup to be played and then start making contact with other managers. They've already gone ahead to mess it up, because Erik ten Hag is unhappy, as I told you yesterday, and as I'm going to show you in the near 2-3 minutes from now, even his representatives and people are really very, very agitated about how their client has gone ahead to be treated by the club of Manchester United, yet he has gone ahead to do a lot. But I think there is nothing they're rescuing, because the moment they started speaking to managers on Friday, as you're going to be playing the FA Cup, that was like a signal that they've gone ahead to obviously mess up their plan to obviously get in a manager. And you saw it with Bayern Munich, not until they landed to Vincent Kompany, but they contacted very many other managers. They're like, we're not coming. Even Erik ten Hag was one of those that were contacted by Bayern Munich and said, no, I know my job is off at Manchester United. So one thing they're really trying not to do or to happen to them is going to already happen to them. So I see no reason as to why people should come out and really believe that the Glazers haven't gone ahead to obviously mess up. I think they've gone ahead to mess up, and they need to obviously come up and really find out a better way to really exonerate themselves. And the only way is to keep Erik ten Hag. Marissa Reddy from the Sky Sport added and said, people close to Erik ten Hag have been annoyed by a lack of communication and personal and professional respect for Manchester United over his future. You understand? Obviously, they have to really be very much disappointed and annoyed in how the Glazers have gone ahead to do the thing. And now, according to me, that shows me that there is a fight for power. You understand? There is a fight for power. And that fight for power comes in through because, hear me out, that fight for power comes in through because I think there are people colliding. I think the Glazers are colliding with INEOS. INEOS is like, we want to sack Erik ten Hag, and the Glazers are like, no, we cannot sack a manager who has gone ahead to do the needful. Look at the youngsters going ahead to bring him through, because for any person who hears Manchester United well, there is no way you sack Erik ten Hag. He has shown you that. He has gone ahead to bring in youngsters from the academy, as I've always gone ahead to count them from you: Kamboala, Dango, Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Amadi Diallo. You get Foson Omari. The other one is what's the name of the guy? Whitley. You understand? And all those players are gonna be ready to get into the team of Manchester United, provided they do well during the preseason. Erik ten Hag will give them a chance. If at all they've gonna hit to prove him, and they've gonna hit to show to it that they really deserve that chance. So I really understand what is really happening right now, and it's really one of those moments that you'll obviously have to look at and really understand that there is a collusion, and the people of Erik ten Hag have to be very annoyed, because they really let chances of going to Barcelona and Bayern Munich pass through their hands. Yet Erik ten Hag would be open to go to that side, and I think everyone making a decision should understand that this manager loves the club. He has gone ahead to do what he's supposed to do, and even when teams that are really having better projects than those of Manchester United came in through, Ten Hag couldn't obviously betray his club, and he was like, I have to first really get to know hear me out, I have to first really get to know their stains onto my club position, and then I really show them my back, or else I stay. So wait and see how that pans out. But I tell you, it's very annoying. Even if you are as the fan of Manchester United, you would obviously feel bad for Erik ten Hag, because the board is treating him like a dead body. Now, Rudy Gullit, he had said the problem Erik ten Hag, the problem for Erik ten Hag is that there is a new owner in town at Manchester United. Usually a new owner wants to appoint his own new manager. So I'm afraid that he will appoint someone else. And it's totally different because this owner is a minority shareholder. And if at all he was the man responsible for making all these decisions as agreed on, INEOS wouldn't have gone ahead obviously coming through and be part of the season review on whether they keep Erik ten Hag or they fire him. I think Gullit is like trying to obviously relate this situation to Chelsea. Chelsea, the new owner came in through and is having 100% rights. That's why he has been firing and hiring whenever he wanted. But at Man United, there are two parties, a majority shareholder and a minority shareholder. And that's why most of us wanted the side of Qatari to obviously take on the side of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Through your thoughts onto Glazers join INEOS to really make a stay or leave Erik ten Hag decision. What do you make about Melissa Reddy and Erik ten Hag side being annoyed, and all that and more into the comment section below. First video of the day, ready and fired up. Bye bye.